Hi, my name is Carolyn Crosby. I've been the receptionist here at Longmont Integrated Family Practice for the past 7 years. Melody and I met at church, and that was how I heard of the open position. Dr. Weeman and Melody have been such a pleasure to work with over the years. And Dr. Melody and Melody's daughter Amy, our beloved nurse, have always made me feel like a member of the family. I've also enjoyed getting to know so many of our patients and hearing their wonderful stories. I plan on retiring and getting together with my family and friends. I have 7 grandchildren between the ages of 10 and 3 months, so our get-togethers are never a dull moment. One of my bucket list items is going to Italy with my 4 adult children. We had planned on doing that this summer, but another grandbaby came along. So if you see me in Longmont, be sure to say hello. Take care.
I came into the clinic as like a baby medical assistant, and when I first walked through the doors there, I had never stuck a needle in anyone. I barely knew how to take vitals and interpret them. And that was, those were all things that I learned on the job there. I mean, that was how I got good at stuff. And I think those clinical skills, they have really served me well, you know, in my current role. I'm a nurse now in Denver. And learning that stuff at the clinic was really valuable to me. But the other part, I think, of learning at the clinic was just learning about the human experience and getting to know people as patients and getting to take care of them and hearing, you know, about your lives and your stories and your struggles and things like that was really invaluable to me. And those were the biggest lessons that I learned. I think kind of along those lines too, being a human is hard. We all go through struggles, and we all we juggle life and kids and relationships and jobs and, you know, all these things in our day-to-day lives. And I think a lot of the times when people come into the doctor, it's because they're in some kind of distress, you know, like whether that's physical or mental or both. And it's really been an honor just to be entrusted, you know, with your care. And it's been a privilege to be part of your guys' lives. And I think too, you know, the clinic's been open now for 13 years. It's been a long time. And in that time too, you know, we as staff, you know, we have changed a whole lot too, and we've gone through things in our own lives. I know, like for me personally, you know, you guys all know, you know, that I went through nursing school, and some things that you probably don't know, you know, I ended a long-term relationship while I was at the clinic. I lost my dad while I was at the clinic, and I think it's important to me that you guys know that just as much as you guys came in to get treated and get healed, you guys were healing us back too. And I'm always going to be really eternally grateful for that. Going forward in my life, you know, I mentioned I'm a nurse now in Denver, and I really, I attribute so much of my ability to do that to working at the clinic and just the skills that I gained there. And that's pretty much, that's where I am for right now. That's kind of what my future is as I see it. Doing more nursing. At some point I would really love to go back to school, but we'll see. There's so many paths that I could take and so many opportunities. So, but I'm so thankful that my foundation was here with you guys. And I'll really miss you all, and I'll see you around.
It was 2001, September. I went to my office on a beautiful blue sky day, and shortly after arriving, my assistant Karen said that her husband just called her and said to check the news. Well, we didn't have streaming TV back then. We actually only had dial-up internet, if you believe that. So we found a little small handheld TV operated by batteries, and we turned that on, and we were shocked to see the news about the Twin Towers in New York and the planes that had crashed into them. My daughter would arrive home early that day from school, and she didn't know, they didn't tell them anything at school. They left that task for us parents. And that night, as we lay on our bed at bedtime, and we would read a book, and then we'd turn out the lights, look out the window, and we would count the planes going by. But that night, there were no planes. And Amy said, where are the planes? Why aren't there any planes? And I said, well, there won't be any planes for quite a few days. And that was when it really hit me that so many people, thousands of people, were not going home that night to their families. And I felt like that was my calling to move closer, or to be closer to my sister. It would be about 9 or 10 months later that she was told that she couldn't work anymore because of her health condition. And we made plans, my family, my sister's family, we made plans to move together to a community here in Colorado where we could be just a half a mile, less than half a mile away, because she couldn't drive, and her health was very poor at that point in time. It would be many hurdles to go over, but 7 or 8 years later, she was well enough. She said, I am going to open an office. And so it started then that she was realizing her dream of being able to take care of people again. I came in right from the beginning. I came in as a consultant to the business because my business was to help people start businesses. So we began almost 13 years ago, and it's been an interesting ride because this is not an easy business to start or to maintain. But what's made it all worth it is you, the patients. You have made it worth it. And so I just wanted to thank you and to let you know that even in retirement, we're probably all going to be pretty busy. It's been an extraordinary privilege to work with my sister, my daughter, and with my friend Carolyn. These women have just made it all worth it. I wish you guys the best of luck in everything that you do. I hope that you prosper and that you find good health. We will miss you. Best wishes.